Hello everyone and welcome back. You know who it is. It's Creative Redundancy back again, here with another live video. Now I actually scheduled this, obviously, a little bit early for it, but I decided to give it a little bit of time, extra time. So, gives some people a chance to, grab a coffee, grab a snack, jump on. I always appreciate everyone that drops by the live streams. Even if it's for a minute, 20 seconds, I appreciate that. And of course, I appreciate people that actually stay, for most of it, or for an hour, for example. So basically, this is going to be creation mode with a little bit of chit chat here and there. Now, I'm no expert in survivalism, bushcrafting, woodcrafting, or preparedness. I'm just trying to learn more and apply that knowledge into something constructive or positive. Hey Gray, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for dropping by, I appreciate it. So I'll start the show fairly shortly here, give or take. Give some people a chance to drop in, and I can set up my stage here. So just give me a sec or two. Just kind of moving my stage here. And hopefully it'll be nice and good here. I'm trying to move my stage or table here. It's so squeaky. Ugh. I'm trying to move it so it's parallel to my screen so I can actually face forward and actually still see the screen. Because originally I had it perpendicular. Also I'm not done to keep turning my head. Hey, it's Thunder Arc Homestead. Hello, Nina. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I'm just creating the stage right here, so to speak. Getting things ready. And hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully. Alright, I'll give it another minute and I'll whip up... you know what? Why not? I'll whip out the intro. Intro time! Whew! Hey everyone! Now obviously I'm creating in this video. I'll just put that right there. Put this somewhere around here. So I'm just gonna load up the side chat here. Oh, so I made me a bunch of coffee because creation mode's so much better with coffee. So, anyways, what is CR up to, hey? Well, I did the live stream earlier for about 90 minutes, 80 minutes. Of course, it's just the previous video, so anyone can go check that out. Let's just say I talk a little bit more in that one, but the info is sound. And of course, I had great comments on the side chat, which is awesome. And anyone can go check that out. Alright, so let's see here. Where am I on the stage? Sorry. I'm just setting my barriers, well, my frame up right here, just so I know where I am. You know, it's funny, for a person that I don't have long hair, I seem to have a lot of hair ties. Hold on one sec. Sorry about that. I had to go deal with something real quick. Anyways, coming back to what I was about to say. Now, here's something I've been working on. Now, unfortunately, I had this a little bit longer, but let's just say the stick's so narrow when I was trying to, let's just say, grind it down, sand it down, I kind of snapped it like an idiot. I'm just like, ah. I'm glad I'm making the hole after, but now originally I was like do something here. I was trying to like, I don't know, not notch it out, but like, because you can barely see it in there. It actually does say create on there, but I was trying. It's so small, and I actually tried to get people to look at it that had never seen it, and they had no idea what was on there. So I decided to scratch that and do something else. So that's what I'm going to do here. Of course, I've actually gone ahead the previous couple hours ago. I've used some mustard just to dye it a little bit more. Oh, and this is from a sapling. That's why it's red. Anyways, just reading the chat here. Hello, Sarah. Hey, it's Puppy Breath. Hi, Puppy Breath. I knew you'd come by. I knew it. You probably got excited for it. Alright. Whew, dang, I got some people out there. So let's see. So yeah, I tried to put the word create in here. I tried to edge it out, but it wasn't working so great. I think I need a bigger stick. So what I'm gonna do is see what I can do with this. Because if hopefully I still have it. I'm making a little tiny narrow type of awl with this. That was the idea. Originally I was gonna plan to make a pen or a wooden pen, but I'm like, you know what? Let's try something a little bit more useful than a pen. So we're gonna grab a little bit of sandpaper here. I got some sandpaper laying around here. So I'm just gonna take my create stuff right off. I'm just gonna take it right off. It's just barely on there right now. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. Let me do it in the air. Huh, actually, it's kind of, you might actually see that a little bit more. Because I was only using a straight tool to create the letters, so my R in here looks kind of weird. And I made the A and the T a little bit too close, I think, for my liking. Well, I'm just gonna scratch this out, so to speak. Actually, you know, you can actually see that in there. You can start, so you can see the C and the R in there. you can't make out the E, or at least I can't see it on the screen. I can see it here in person. So you guys gotta take my word for it that it says create on there. Because originally what I was trying to do, oh, make sure I'm in frame. Originally what I was trying to do was, like, notch it out or, well, not notch it out, but, well, cut out the characters, I guess. And I was actually gonna use something black to cover it. Just like, I think I was using charcoal or charcoal or whatever. It sort of worked, but the only downside is I didn't make the letters big enough, so it doesn't stand out. And like I said, I tried to have someone look at it, read it, and they couldn't. So I'm like, nope. If they can't read it, nah, it's not good enough. So just gonna scratch it out, so to speak. So that's what I'm gonna do right here. Or drop it. So I'm gonna get some more sandpaper here real quick. I just got some extra sandpaper around, just little pieces. I figure I might as well just use little pieces instead of wasting a big piece. Because honestly this is small, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna scratch this out. Literally scratching it out. As I have a different idea here. See, you can actually see where it says create in there. I'm just gonna take that all out. I'm gonna smooth this out here. Now, I randomly have sandpaper from one of those sanding type of discs. It was already spent, getting tossed anyway, so I figure I might as well just use it for like simple removing material type of things. Oh yeah, I figure I might as well reuse it. So hopefully everyone's doing okay. Today it's actually nice and sunny here. A little breezy, wind's coming in from the west, but it's pretty much clear out right now. My crate is, yeah, you can see the C and the R in there. You can't make out that A in there. I didn't make it deep enough, let's just say. So I'm just gonna scratch this out here real quick. Just reading what you guys are writing. So, you know, I probably could cheat, probably use power tools or something like that, but I'll just do it by hand for a little bit here. Oh no, I'm thinking of actually using power tools here, just to speed it up, so I don't make the stream too long, or overly long. So, actually I'm not just gonna do that real quick, so you'll hear power tools running. I would put it on my desk right here, but it doesn't fit, so yeah. Alright, I got a little bit more off, a little bit quicker, just to speed it up a bit. You can still see that C and R in there, which is alright. Next, I'm gonna try something else here, something I was trying to playing around with. Everyone's familiar with aluminum foil. Well, I'm gonna see if this works. I tried it earlier with something else and I have an example. But I'm just gonna rub this on. Really. Just go back and forth on it. Now, what I'm hoping will happen is, once I do this, you can start seeing that the aluminum will kind of get onto the stick, I guess, in this case. And I'm hoping, now let me grab another piece here. So I'll grab another piece here. I'm hoping that it'll transfer the color onto it. Or at least that's the idea anyways. You can start seeing it's then transfer on. And later on, after I feel like, you know, it looks nice, I'm satisfied for what it looks like, I'll spray it with some clear gloss just to make it more permanent. See, you can see that it's changing color. I use this as a quick way to make it a gray. Oh hey, I made it funny. Look, I'm making a gray. And I didn't even plan it that way. So I'll just keep going back and forth a little here. Hey Virginia, thank you for dropping by, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm just doing this back and forth real quick. It's just slightly easier than trying to get it under the camera here. So, just take my word for that, that's what I'm doing right now. This is just a piece of aluminum foil. Now, this reminds me of something that I've seen in, like, I don't know. I think I saw it in, like, an art class or something like that a long time ago. I was just like, hey, maybe I can apply it to something like this, so I can get a different color. So, I mean, blacks are easy. Obviously, I've already gotten yellows before, as you can see. But I was like, hey, I can make it gray. It's kind of cool that it looks kind of shiny. Now, it'd be better if it actually... Yeah, you can barely see that. So, I'll probably change that slightly. Or I'll try it again, but I need a bigger stick, let's just say. So I'm just going back and forth on it. The piece of aluminum still in my hand, so just going back and forth on it real quick. You can see how gray it looks, or silver, whatever you want to call it. Just gonna add a little bit more on. Now, I'm gonna try this out. I'm not sure if I can do this, but I'm gonna bring out a drill here real quick. Let's see. I'll get a multi-tool, pair of pliers. Now, what I'm gonna try to do here is you can see the back part right here. I'm gonna see if I can get some gray on that. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. So I'm gonna try this out. Hopefully it works. I'll try it without the drill first. I'm gonna use the multi-tool. I'm gonna make sure I'm in frame. I'm gonna put the foil around where I want it. Put the multi-tool there. And just kind of spin it back and forth. Now this spot right here, it's flat, so it's a little bit more difficult. Let's just say in hindsight, I probably should have did that beforehand, but whatever, I guess. Not sure if I can do this without breaking it. Yes, if anyone's wondering, this stick used to be longer, and this is why I broke it, because I was doing this with pliers. I was like, all I heard was snap. I'm like, aw, it's too thin. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can get this on. I can, if it was already still round or whatever, I could probably do it, but I might be able to get a little bit on, but I gotta apply a lot more. I guess I'll just have to do it by hand. Whatever, I guess. So I'll just do this by hand real quick. Put the drill away. Trying to make frame, so it's just going back and forth, transferring the color from the foil to the stick. I'm trying to actually get something that looks, you know, decent, I guess. Now I'm gonna grab some water here. As well grab my coffee too. I'm just gonna use some denim just for the hell of it. I know I just had it. I just had the spray bottle. I know I had it somewhere. Yep. Oh, here we go. So I'm just gonna grab the spray bottle here of water, just dampen this little piece of denim right here. So I'm just gonna use it just to remove a little bit of extra right here. Bring this, oops, sorry. So I'm just going along this part right here. This part's actually still yellowish from the mustard, so that's what I want in this case. So I'm just gonna kind of use this kind of like an eraser, so to speak. I'll still have to let this dry because I got back, it's wet again. So there's side two. Around right here. A little bit right here. I'm trying to, oops, I keep forgetting where I am, sorry. So I'm trying to get this part right here a little bit more, well, bring back the color of the yellowish color, yet keep this part right here that I just did still kind of gray or silver. That's the idea. You know, I'm not winning beauty contest with something like this, but of course I'm just practicing, learning, having some fun. Maybe learn a new way of doing something or a different way that I can apply it to something later on. Alright, oh, I'll move that out of the way here. I'll get a Sharpie here. Alright, one Sharpie. Now, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. If I wanna just put letters in, like, you know, make it look like that, like that, but on this, but, or maybe I should put something else. I'm trying to figure out if I can put something on. Because what I'll do afterwards, because I'm using a black Sharpie, I won't do it on camera, because I've done it plenty of times, and I would have to go outside anyways, but I'll, just like this arrow all that I made, I'll solar engrave the letters right onto it. I'm basically using the black as let's say a thermal heatsink, just so you know that those spots will burn faster than the rest of the spots. Hopefully, because I've never done it with gray and black. So, you know what? Let's just put create on. I'm just hoping that I don't make. I'm trying to make it not too wide, the characters, because the stick's not that big, and I'm hoping that when I do this, it'll actually show up. But I'll do it a little bit later. I'll burn it in a little bit later. And I guess it would help if I grab a Sharpie that's actually not dried out. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, hopefully this Sharpie is better. Oh yeah, it's definitely better. So I'm just gonna write create back onto it. Like literally I'm writing right over where I originally wrote it. Making sure there's enough spacing in there. Just so... Sorry, I gotta bring it closer to me. Just so I can see. Because the stick is so, like... The stick is as thick as the Sharpie, so... Trying to put those characters in and still solar engrave that in afterwards. I gotta make sure there's no spacing. I'm hoping I can put the word create in here. Hopefully I don't have to come back and sand this off again. So I'll just barely put this on. You can start seeing the creation come to life. And like I said, later on I'll burn this in. See, right here, it's not as fun as the rest of the spawn, but it'll be okay this time around. So I'll put that in. Trying to make sure I don't... Yeah, see, you can see that I came underneath a little. Alright, so later on, out in the sun, I'll use a magnifying type of lens. A smaller one. Oops, sorry about the shaking. A smaller one with a smaller focal point and burn these letters in. Then probably do some more with this. And like I said, I'm making this into a little mini thin all something I can get a starter hole for something, like if I need something like that. Maybe I'm trying to remove some thread or whatever from stitching so I can use this. So anyways, I'll leave that on my table for now. Hey, it's Mel. Thank you for dropping by. I was so busy in creation mode that I wasn't even paying attention to the side chat. Welcome Mel. I appreciate you coming by. Hello Pine, hi. I can hear you saying hi. So I'm just reading the side chat right now. Just trying to catch up. Oh, okay. Yeah, you could do that like I said, Gary. This is something I figured out, and it was just kind of cool to do. A little bit different. Gives me more options on when I'm creating something. Gives me an ability to make a gray or a silver type of color. You know, now that I think about it, They do have that foil that's like golden, so maybe you can get a golden color. I don't know, but I don't have that right now, so I'm just guessing or assuming. Yeah, a working Sharpie is much better. Hey, Puppy Breath. Hey, I'm doing okay, Malmo. I appreciate you dropping by. I know you got your big live streams scheduled and all that stuff, so I appreciate you dropping by. So yeah. Yeah, I guess it looks okay. Not my best work, I guess, but of course I'm just making something real quick, or not quick, but something I can use for later on. Now, here's something else here. Yes, it's not the only thing I've made. You can see the gray in here. And my tip. Something I was just playing around with. Now, in kind of the survivalism or bushcrafting type of section or community, it's well known that if you take a stick, like this is what's done, well, pretty much since the creation of fire, but basically they would be using fire to heat up like a stick and grinding it against a flat rock to create a point, a wooden point. But basically it uses heat to to remove the moisture in the wood, and then when you're pressing it back down, it compresses it and it changes its characteristic, so it becomes hardened, hence fire hardening. Now I'm gonna do it without fire, just by using friction. Friction's heat. Now I'm gonna use cardboard. For example, you'll start seeing it here. Now, sorry about the shaking of the camera, because my thing's sitting right on top of my desk. Now, I'm not gonna do this that fast or that hard, but if I did this fast enough or hard enough and long enough, you would, on the tip right here, you start feeling that heat from the friction. And basically, I'm just making a point. So hopefully everyone gets my point. And right here, you can see these grooves. I've added these grooves in, similar to what I was talking about earlier with the drill. Nothing too special. Guys, I'll show it with something here if I can find it here. Something I kind of realized about cardboard, because I've seen this before. I was just like, it kind of makes sense. Oops, sorry about that. That cardboard. So something similar to this, thicker, probably the better. Now, cardboard in this kind of this survivalism type of community, it's well known that cardboard can be used to strop a blade. So basically, you take some cardboard, you take a knife or a blade or something like that. So I'll use this Victorinox that I have. This is the Recruit Swiss Army, right? Yeah. And basically, you would hopefully, you would, well, obviously I'm not at the right angle, you would go like this and like that, just to not realign, but like kind of hone the blade, get the excess stuff off, and kind of do it like that. And you would eventually see some metal, some gray from the metal come on to this. I was just thinking, I'm like, that means I can apply it to other stuff. It doesn't have to, I don't need to do that to metal. I can do that to wood. And apply the same thing. So I'm just gonna remove a little piece of this here as an example. Here's a stick right here. Now this used to be, this is like bamboo or something like that. This used to be more squarish, rectangular prism. Yeah. What I did was, I got some cardboard, and basically I started to do this. Now, I originally started with like sandpaper, but after doing that with, and getting off most of it, I went back over with cardboard like this. Now, with a little bit of pressure, now there is one thing you will feel, if you apply enough friction, I mean, if you apply enough you squeeze it hard enough, and go back fast enough, like this, you will actually feel the heat in your fingers. And it's possible to burn yourself. Yes, from friction. I'll show the stick. Oh, ow, yeah, I just hurt myself a little. You can start seeing it right here. And basically I was using that to smooth out my stick and basically kind of get this kind of effect right here using power tools and pliers. This is for a different project. So just something I just came across. I was just like, oh, hey, that could be useful. Because that means I can create a shape. I can create something that's smooth. I don't have to be restricted to using a file for sandpaper. Hey, thanks guys. I'm just reading the side chat real quick. Hey, I appreciate you dropping by, Mello. I greatly appreciate when you drop by. I understand you're a very busy person, so, and of course you're doing your own live streams and stuff like that, so I appreciate that. So I'll catch you later, Mello. Hello, only, hello, only Claire Jones, and thank you. Alright, I guess they already took off. Yeah, don't worry, puppy ref, I'm used to it. I think that's why I start to use pliers instead. I mean, to be honest, I should probably, if I'm gonna do that a lot more, for example, I probably start wearing gloves. Just so it's less likely for that friction to transfer over. So, yeah. I mean, that doesn't take much. Like I said, I'm just using scrap cardboard. It's just easier with a drill because it would automatically spin it for me. And then I just travel the length of it. Also, gloves would help. Something like that. Now, it's kind of funny when I do it with power tools. You know what? I'll do it with power tools right now, just to show an example here. Because I gotta cut the top off anyways. I'm gonna use friction. to remove the top here. You'll see what I mean. So I'm gonna take this stick here, put it into the drill, right? And then grab some pliers here. Let's see. So I'm gonna grab some pliers here. Now, make sure I'm in frame here. Oh. Right about there. So I'm gonna hold this right here. Hopefully, yeah, that's the spot that I want. So basically, I'm just gonna use friction. It's not as clean cut as like using a saw, but you'll see what I mean. I'm actually slowly squeezing it. Now you'll get the idea. See, I just made that kinda just by using friction. So basically, that's how I made, you know, something like this. Very easy. So I probably could use this for something else or whatever. I guess, you know, if anyone has like wooden chopsticks, I guess you could kind of make your chopsticks a little bit more unique, different, special. Alright, give me a sec, I gotta make sure I put the drill away. Hey, thanks Puppy Breath, I appreciate it. It's groovy! And literally, I'm grooving it out. Now, sometimes I'll actually use the pliers just to go back and forth with moderate pressure, just so I can actually get like something like this more rounded off. Now, I don't have one of those like, more expensive type of big machinery tools, so I can't do anything bigger, but you know, at least I can do something like this. And I kind of learned from this. So, anyways, I'll put this away. Of course, that's how I did all these. That's how I did that. Sanded down this part. That's how I did this, and all that stuff. So let me just put some of the stuff away here. You know, Puppy Breath, I was thinking the exact same thing when I was seeing it. I'm like, I swear I'm like making little tiny table legs. Because when you think about it, you like look at some more antique type of table legs. They got it's nice and fancy legs and stuff like that. I'm like, technically, you know, if I had a little platform or whatever, drilled a couple holes, technically I probably could mimic or do something similar to that. So, I mean, I'm not into dolls or anything like that, or a dollhouse, but hey, I guess in theory I could probably make something like that. Or maybe miniature model, like, just be, like, that'd be the leg, you'd be like, you know, you see someone going across or something. But I'm using the stick for something else, so I'm not gonna do it for this one. Oh, see, here's a bigger one right here. This is actually still square at the ends because I haven't finished it off, but in the center, it's actually round because I actually did it using a bigger piece. And just like I said, just going back and forth using friction here. And yes, this will actually eventually get hot. So yes, probably gloves would be handy. Of course, I'm just demoing it out real quick, not actually doing it right now. Hey Stacy, what is up? I'm still waiting for this kind of hangouts call from you, but you know it's cool. It's cool. You know, I understand. Whatever. No pressure, right? No rush. Uh, but anyways, thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Whew. Oh, wow. An hour went by and I was just talking about wood and not even really carving. I don't even have the proper tools for carving. But, you know, I'm making it work. I'm making it work for what I have. I didn't realize. I thought I had this up high enough, or low enough. I guess I don't. I thought it was in frame. Obviously, it's not. Oh, come on. Alright. So, what's next, hey? What is next? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Alright, Stacy, leave me a message on Hangouts. You might have to wait, though, you know? You might have to wait, Stace. Just because, you know me. Once I'm in creation mode, sometimes it keeps on going. And of course, other real life, real world responsibilities and stuff like that. But I'll try to jump on. No rush, right, Stacy? I hope. Wait, we can still do this tomorrow or whatever. But anyways, something else. I kind of mentioned this before in the last live stream. Is this kind of stuff, and basically right here is bicycle inner tube. Now, most or some of my subscribers or some other people that are more into this survivalism, bushcrafting, woodcrafting, or preparedness community as part of that niche will know this already, but basically what people do, oops, sorry, is basically they take inner tube, they cut it, so the thinner it is, it'll stretch more, but the thicker it is, it stretches less, but it's more durable. Or I mean, not more durable, but harder to break. So the thinner it is, it's easier to stretch it around something or whatever, but it's easier to break. So I'm just gonna do something like this. Alright, so here's a piece right here. Usually people, they'll put them around a can, a tin or something like that, but wherever you want to put it. Now, I have an example right here, so you'll have to take my word for it, because I'm not gonna go outside just to bring in a tool that I can just explain. But basically what I've started to do is I've started to use some of these. Like, I get access to inner tubes quite easily. It's not that hard. And sometimes I'll find them where, depending on what's going on or whatever, sometimes that bicycle's abandoned. I'm like, yeah, it's abandoned. You know, I just pull out a cutting tool and I just cut the tube. Because sometimes the bike's been abandoned, the frame's bent, the wheel's bent or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it's abandoned. They're not coming back for that. But I'll harness the inner tube. So basically what I started to do was, on some of these tools that I have outside, gardening tools, let's say a hoe, a pitchfork, a shovel. I've started to add these on as grip. So basically it would look like so I'll use this for example. Let's pretend that this is a handle for some tool or whatever. Basically, I would just put it around. So like something like this, and keep cutting more and keep adding it on, and basically build up something. And now since this is rubber, also since this is rubber, it's there's more grip, I guess. Especially if it was wet, you get more grip. It's a little bit softer on the hands, and a little bit. These will kind of handle like the sun a little bit better. And of course, you can put, that foamy stuff over top or whatever. So, anyways, I just wanted to share that real quick. Yeah, I know, Stacy. Sometimes it's a time zone difference. It's hard to get in touch with certain people or whatever. Well, you can't really shrink it, as far as I know. Now, there's another way of doing that, and puppy breath. I've seen it done with balloons. You can do that with balloons if you want to do something like that, and puppy breath. I know that'll work, because I've done it for a friend before. These inner tubes, they're too big. What's it say? It's not gonna work for everything, but they can work for a lot of different things. These bicycle inner tubes, I've put them around so much different stuff. I guess I've already shown many examples. Here's an example right here, right? This just happens to fit right on, like perfectly. Like it was just meant to be. I mean, there's different sizes of inner tubes too. From from something small like for like someone younger that's just starting to learn how to bike. That still has training wheels all the way to like their first bicycle that where you have to pedal backwards to stop, that kind of stuff. I forget what's called, to 5 speed, 10 speed, 12 speed. Did I say 10 speed? Yeah. 18, 21 speed, and etc. etc. So, but that's something I just keep in mind. Alright, anyways. Yes, brainstorm. Exactly. Now, here's something else I'm gonna do here and see if this works. I have no idea because I've never tried it, but I've shown this off, not specifically this one, but an orange one. What I used to have. Now, here's my string light right here. That's all my keys. I've shown this off before. Oh yeah, it's my string light micro stream here. Now basically, I could do this with it. Right? Well, I got another flashlight here, and this actually is with something else here now. So I've stopped doing it like that. But I found this. I was just like, huh, I know exactly what this is. This is just like the orange one I had. for that, but it's blue. So I'm gonna try this out with this first and see. That way I'm not breaking that orange one yet. Because I have another flashlight that's wider than the one I showed. And basically I'm gonna see if I can actually cut it. See if I can use something like this. If not, it's fine. But if I can, I might actually do this again later on, but with the orange one I have. I'm just gonna cut it real quick. Shouldn't take me too long here. I'm doing it off screen just so I'm not shaking my platform here, and you can hear that I'm sawing. And I'll read what you guys are talking about if you're talking about anything. I'm trying to remember where pardon me. I'm trying to remember where these came from. I can't remember if it's from like a skipping rope handle or something. I think it's from a skipping rope handle. So, which means that it's probably mass produced, which means that it's gonna be consistent size. So if this works, it'll be awesome. But sometimes it's not always like that. At least for me in creation mode, sometimes things are like just slightly off, slightly too big. Doesn't quite work, or it's not quite the way I like it, or would like to use it. Now, so you can see I cut that part off. Just not. Now it's probably not wide enough, and I gotta trim this off. So just give me a second. I'm just gonna use a grinder that I kind of DIY'd just to do it real quick. Alright. So I got a little bit smoother. I'm not sure if this will. I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure what I'm trying to do with this, but just trying it out. I have a little. For me, I get a little bit of extra here. I'm trying to get off. Now, I don't usually like doing it with a knife, but I might just need to here. So, just gonna do it real quick. So I'm just gonna grab the one I have on me usually. I'm remembering to point the blade away from me. This is very sharp. It's very easy for me to get cut myself if I wasn't paying attention. So just doing this real quick. So I'm just doing this real quick here. Oof. I'm glad I'm pointing away from me. And you'll see that my index finger is way below the blade. So even if I slip forward, there's nothing there. Because ideally when you're cutting something or whatever, you gotta make sure nothing that can get hurt, skin, fingers, are not in the direction, not in the path of where the blade or cutting tool may be. Yeah, it's a very important thing. Not everyone gets cut all the time using a blade or a knife or cutting tool, but sometimes it happens. And it's just silly things too. Things slip out of your hand, you're not paying attention, you're holding it like this, and you slip it right. Oh, yeah, right. So I'm making sure it's way below the line here. or way below my blade. Jeez. Feels like I might have to heat it up. I can do it. My blade is sharp enough. I'm just more worried that I don't want to cut myself. So I'll try scissors first. Sometimes I'll tend to use scissors if I can, just because sometimes it's easier with scissors than trying to cut something off with a knife, for example. So I'm just kind of snipping it away. I'm hoping this will work. Yeah, I know how to make it wider. What I'm trying to see here is trying to see if I can, trying to get this into here. So ideally I can squeeze it in there, and because it's skinnier over here, it might just sit in there. So it would look like this, and then I can use it as a diffuser. So when I have this flashlight, I can have a diffuser that's just kind of with it already. You know, maybe I store it like something like this. Store it like this, for example, but if I need something, I just put it back there away. That's an idea. I'm not sure if it's gonna work though. It might still be too wide. This flashlight that I picked up might be too wide still. Yeah. But I'm glad I decided to try it out. At least if anything, at least I know now. Yeah, unfortunately I'm probably not gonna be able to do it this time. At least not without any more let's say finessing or removing more. It's not thin enough on the inside. It'll go in this way, but not this way though. Oh well. I guess it was worth a try. Sometimes, you know, I fail at creation mode, but I learn from it. And sometimes in creation mode, yeah, I could fail like that. Didn't work, right? But then there's other times where I'll just do something, just out of nowhere, just trying it out, and be like, and I'll be really surprised about the results. Like, you know, something like this, for example, right? With the foil, and I'd be like, hey, that's cool, right? Simple, it made sense, and it worked, and I could apply it to other things. So, anyways. Hey Matthew, I'll message you later. Alright Gray, thank you for dropping by. I always appreciate when Gray, like this color here, just kidding, drops by. Alright puppy breath. Well, let's see here. There was a few other things I was gonna attempt to show here, but not sure. Unless I'm not sure who's still in here right now. Seems like I only have 3 people in here, which is okay. Just quickly put a few things away here. I think I'll show at least one more thing here. Something else I've been considering here. Now, let me just... right here. No, that's not real, unfortunately. Just something I found. Now, this came from a glove that I found. I was like, well, a single glove. Most of the time, no one cares about a single glove because it doesn't match or whatever, or it doesn't fit or whatever. But I was just thinking, maybe I can use this for something. And yes, I do have more of it. Right. Let me grab out my Victorinox Recruit here. Something I was just kind of playing around with. I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna do it. I'm just gonna take it off my keychain real quick here. When something, now I would have to modify this a little, probably sew it, then stitch ends. But I was just thinking, I'm like, hey, I can use it as kind of like a sleeve for it. Now it'd be better if I had a little bit more to work with, but I was just considering that, and I'm like, hey, this, you know, obviously this is more fashionable. Doesn't really serve a big purpose, I guess. But just something I've been considering. But obviously this is not anything special. But anyways, put it back on my keychain here. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna cut this live stream shorter than I would like, but it's okay. So I want to say special thanks to everyone that dropped by. I appreciate it. Everyone that took the time to drop by to check out what I'm creating on YouTube. I know it wasn't very exciting, but of course there's other things that'll be more exciting in the future. And trust me, there is more things. And a bunch of other stuff. So, like always, hit me up on a thumbs up if you enjoy my creation mode with chit chat, and you know, do all of that awesome stuff that you guys do. I appreciate the comments, the views, and the watch time from everyone, and all the great channel support that you give to CR here. So, once again, as the world changes, so must oneself. To reach new level of skill and knowledge, one must practice. Now, a single person can't help everyone in this world, but one person can help someone in this world. Until the next video, it's peace out from the guy that's always, almost always, not all the time, but most of the time in creation mode. It's peace out from CR, and thanks, and take care.